When you're planning a trip, you typically have a specific itinerary in mind. You know what you're doing, where you're going, and how you're getting there. Every once in a while, though, you'll find that you need to take a detour. What could initially seem like an inconvenience ends up making your day, or someone else's, just a little bit better. That's exactly what happened to Daniel Place and Jordan Perry. The two police officers from Bangor, Maine, only planned to travel to Arlington National Cemetery in Virginia to pay their respects to fallen veterans. But surprisingly, their trip didn't end there. As it turned out, there was someone in need not far from where the police officers were. What followed was a rescue mission for the ages. Most people tend to stick to their itineraries when they travel. Sometimes, though, the trip takes them on an unexpected detour, and it ends up saving the day. Such was the case for Jordan Perry and Daniel Place in December of 2017. The two police officers from Bangor, Maine, originally only planned to visit the Arlington National Cemetery in Arlington, Virginia, to participate in Wreaths Across America, an annual wreath-laying ceremony to honor the country's fallen veterans. The event, which has taken place on December 16th every year since 1992, was already a pretty huge honor for the officers. Before they left, however, they received word that they were needed to carry out another important mission, one that was a bit out of the ordinary. They were tasked with making a rather unusual delivery. See, there was precious cargo in Virginia, not too far from where they were honoring the veterans, that needed to be brought back up to Maine. The only thing? That cargo was a 14-week-old Australian Shepherd rescue puppy named Tessa.
Also, if you have not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to get inspired by these animal stories every day. Now back to the story.
It was a happy coincidence that the officers were already in Virginia and willing to help the dog's new owner, Chris, who was an avid fan of the police department's Facebook page. She does not have the ability to drive to Virginia right now, needs to get the puppy to Maine, and it's her Christmas present, wrote Bangor, Maine Police Department's Lieutenant Tim Cotton on Facebook. The Bangor, Maine Police Department truly did have quite the devoted following on Facebook, so Lieutenant Cotton kept followers updated every step of the way. We were able to have the foster family of Tessa send us a few photos of her awaiting her ride to Maine, he said in a post. Even before the police officers met with Tessa, it was clear that she was positively bursting with personality. "This dog has some serious side-eye," Lieutenant Cotton noted jokingly of the pup's adorable photos at her foster home in Virginia. This puppy was no stranger to making friends wherever she went. In fact, she had an entire entourage back at her foster home. Lieutenant Cotton captioned this photo, "Tessa saying goodbye to her Virginia farm friends. Cows were bummed, just saying." The lieutenant's Facebook updates kept coming. "Tessa on the road to Arlington to meet our officers. Is she pulling some Jedi mind control? Yep, you love her already." But would her mastery of the Force help her get along with her escorts from the police force? The two officers would find out soon enough. It was finally time for the handoff between Tessa's foster mom and the officers. Lieutenant Cotton wrote of their meeting, "Hotel lobby meet and greet with Beth Foster." Just look how happy they were to finally start their special mission. Naturally, once the officers finally met Tessa, they developed an instant bond with the puppy. In return, she curiously sniffed them and accepted generous scratches behind the ears. It seemed like they would get along just fine. After lots of photos and tail wagging, they got right to their new task. Now, Bangor police officers Place and Perry gather up a Christmas puppy and point our police car north to fulfill the wish of one of our Facebook faithful, the lieutenant wrote. This journey had officially begun. Tessa's peculiar expression may have suggested that she was uneasy about her adventure, but that couldn't have been further from the truth. "Tessa's practicing her side-eye," said Lieutenant Cotton, who assured this is a trait of the herding breeds. What a sassy pup. In fact, Tessa was more than eager to hit the road. Perry rushed back to the cruiser when Tessa indicated it was time to move out. "No nipping at the heels was necessary," said Lieutenant Cotton. "She wants to get to Maine, and so do the boys." He then added jokingly, "Who's in charge here? You figure it out." Tessa and the officers also had a special traveling companion. Marion Rudnicki is still riding shotgun, reported the lieutenant on Facebook. The 85-year-old troop greeter, veteran, and all-around awesome American is making sure that Tessa, the rescue puppy, is being watched over as our cops drive northbound. What an entourage. The trip was about 700 miles, but they made it in record time. And the moment that Tessa met her new mom made it all worth it. The PPP-CPP, or Perfect Popo Christmas Puppy Pass-Off, was completed this evening, said Lieutenant Cotton. The officers were honored that they were able to take part in such a momentous occasion. Everyone involved was impressed by the police officers' determination to complete their good deed. When they were asked to pull off this delightful Christmas miracle for Chris of Waldoboro, they never questioned why, they just said yes, the lieutenant wrote. There was another reason why this trip was so important. Tessa's new family really needed a miracle. Some of her kids and their families are serving this country far away from Maine this year. Her Christmas was not how she envisioned a Christmas should be, said Lieutenant Cotton. Thankfully, 2 selfless officers changed all that. Tessa finally made it to her new home, where she was given plenty of hugs and kisses from everyone in her family. It sure looked like she was getting all the affection she could possibly dream of. But how did Tessa feel about all of it? Well, it appeared that Tessa was adjusting to Maine just fine. Lieutenant Cotton said, according to Chris, Tessa has realized she's not in Virginia anymore. It appears her coat was more than adequate for roaming around the homestead.
If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider sharing it with your friends and family. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one.